guys.
Hello, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Robin, Melissa with Flea Market Flipper. We are stoked to bring you week 2 of the live trainings.
Flip it for Christmas challenge.
That's right. We are stoked to be able to bring you this information, guys. Hopefully you guys had some good luck with last week. As you're jumping on here, everybody jumping on, throw it in the comments. Let us know how your week went, what worked, what didn't work. Let us know so we can talk about it, discuss it, give you guys some tips if we need to go over anything else. We're going to bring you, how many ways to find free items?
4.
4 ways to find free items tonight, and also another 2 ways to actually sell those items.
Yeah,
so
a couple more options than just Facebook this week. So.
Another great training that you guys are going to absolutely love, and you do not want to miss it. So
and for everybody who did, let us know first. Put in the comments, let us know if you were able to get the homework done from last week. And from what I saw, from what we found on social media, I did this 2 hours ago. So if you did just the last little bit, we had to do it. We had to prep a little bit. Yep. So, but we got all the names in our little
bucket.
In our bucket. So we're gonna do the drawing in a little bit for our $50 eBay gift card.
Yep.
So we'll do that in probably halfway through. So
cool.
Yeah. So we're excited, you guys.
Sweet.
So let us know how it's going so far. If you got your stuff listed, and any wins, any challenges, we want to work through those. So.
Yep.
And we will do Q&A again, like at the end. So if we miss some questions right away, we're going to try to get to those at the end. So,
that's it. Sweet.
Awesome. Yeah, got lots of people jumping on.
Awesome.
Homework done. Done and made some money. Awesome. Made $90. Awesome, Wendy.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Cool. All right. Well, let's jump into it.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we got who did the homework, and then we did have one question or a couple questions that came in, so we wanted to address those first from the last week's homework. So somebody wrote in also talking about people not wanting to meet them, like on Facebook. So they don't want to come and drive to them. They want them to drive to their location. To their location.
And
so
the answer is absolutely no. Do not do that. And
Yeah.
if people are crazy like that and want you to go to their house or go to their area, guess what? It doesn't work like that. So
if you're the seller, you do not have to drive to go and meet the buyer. The buyer, it's almost like a known.
Yeah.
Maybe it's not known.
Don't feel bad. I would not do that either. If somebody asking me to drive 45 minutes to go meet them, that is the worst idea for a seller ever. And I'll tell you why. You'll get there 45 minutes and then they're going to say, hey, by the way, this is not what I thought it was. So will you take a $50 less, $100 less? And you do not want to be put in that situation. So always make the buyer come to you, not necessarily your house. Always do safety first. So I would tell you to meet at the local police station, meet at the local supermarket, someplace where it's a location close to you, but it's a public location where there's a lot of people or there's police officers or something like that. So always safety first. But
you're not responsible to go to the buyer.
Whatsoever. Do not feel bad about that. You will come in contact with crazy people. There's crazy people in the world, guys. That's just how it works. But ignore them. Don't even worry about it. If somebody gets upset about you about that,
they don't have to come by your.
That's it. Don't even worry about it. So that's definitely one of the questions we got. But like I said, do not feel bad. You never want to go out of your way to meet somebody. You have to, because they will try to talk you down on the price. And you're stuck if you drive a long ways away from home. You want to sell it no matter what, and then you're going to be stuck having to come down on the price if you really want to, or it's just going to be a bad situation.
And we do a lot of buying and selling locally. So like you drive an hour on, I'd say, a regular basis. Like the other side of Orlando is 45 minutes to an hour, and you do that, regularly. So we know as a buyer, if we want the item, we have to go drive over there. So so just tell me, and you can be polite about it, but if they're rude, then they're not your buyer.
Yep.
So,
exactly.
So yeah, but you don't feel like you have to do it. So we got awesome. $67, $50 people made already.
Awesome! You guys are rocking it.
Yeah. So awesome. That's just the first week, guys.
Cool.
Love it.
Well, we're going to give you some great ways tonight to actually find some more items if you ran out of items in the house. So we'll get into that in just a minute. What other questions we have this week?
Let me just purchase a Vitamix blender for $60 and sold it for $200.
Awesome.
Good job. No, that was the main one. And the other one was safety, which you already kind of talked about.
Yeah.
So we wanted to touch on that too. Was safety
very important
when meeting up in person.
Yeah, it's very important. Like I said, nowadays you don't know who you're meeting. You don't know that much about them. So definitely in a public place or a police station. If you have a police station close to the house, I'd recommend that. Meeting at the parking lot. Not like you have to go into the police station. Just in the parking lot out front. Nobody crazy is going to come and do something stupid at a police station. So,
but we usually do either that or the
local supermarket.
Local supermarket. So it's just a big parking lot that's full of people all the time. So.
So that's another place. And don't try and meet crazy hours late at night, really early in the morning. Try to meet at an hour that you know there's going to be people around. So you don't want to put yourself in a bad situation. So always safety first. You always definitely make sure it's a safe situation that you're in.
Yeah.
So
all right. So 3 things for $91. You guys are doing awesome. Up to one was a Pampered Chef fan. Yep.
Awesome.
You guys are rocking it. Love it. All right. Cool. Did you want to dive in?
Let's do it.
All right. So last week we talked about Facebook Marketplace and listing on Facebook Marketplace. And now we're going to go into, and we also just going into your own items. So we talked about going to find 3 to 5 items that you already owned that you don't ever use, and let's sell them. So now we want to go into finding more items, but we still don't want you to go out and money. Like we're not trying to
spend money on the items.
Right. So, and people on here already do, like there are people that are resellers already, and you do invest money, but we're trying to get you to not spend anything right away and then grow to that. So
just remember, guys, this is the shortest, the quickest way that we could figure out, the easiest way we could figure out to get you money in your pocket. Our goal is to get to that $250 by the end of this training series. So that's what we're doing. We could tell you how to go out and buy items and do all that kind of stuff, but a lot of people don't want to spend the money. And when you're learning the process of reselling, if you're new to it, you don't want to go out a lot of money and then find out that you made a bad investment. You don't want to do that. So like Melissa said, we're going to give you some great ways to find free items, and then we'll give you some other options to be able to sell them too. So,
all right. So we got 4 ways to find free items.
That's it. 4 ways.
The first one is what we did today.
That's it.
So what was that?
We walk from our house to our downtown area at least 5 to 7 times a week, which is a mile away from us. We walk on the same street every single time.
It's like a couple blocks.
It is. And we do it at the same path every single day. So today we are walking, and we've done this I don't know how many times throughout our career in flipping. We find stuff that people put out in the trash. Now some of you guys might be like, I'm not taking nothing out of the trash. Right. If this is not for you, don't worry about it. It doesn't have to be for you. This is just, we're telling you how that we're doing stuff. This is what we use. I mean, that's why we recommend it, because we're doing it as well. We're not driving out there and driving through tons of neighborhoods looking for stuff in the trash. It is. It's one way that you can do it if it doesn't bother you. It doesn't really bother us. But like I said, when we're walking, I grabbed a Dyson vacuum cleaner today that was sitting on the side of the road in the trash on our normal routine. So, which is awesome when you can get stuff out of the trash. And you guys might be saying, okay, it's in the trash, so it's broken, right? Well, not necessarily. A lot of times people put stuff in the trash when they get something new and they don't know what to do with the old one. They don't donate it and they just want to get rid of it. They'll take it out and put it on the side of the road. So you don't know. In this case, there was a piece broken on the Dyson.
Stand, right?
That's it.
Stand it up.
The thing that makes it stand straight up like that, so it would only lay down on its back, and it had a broken piece on it. So now I had a couple options with that Dyson vacuum cleaner. I had an option of ordering a piece off of eBay or somewhere else, not a brand new one, but a used one that I could have got for around $20. And then I could have sold the whole vacuum for between $100 and $150. Well, I could have done that, but then I decided to check and see what the other parts on the vacuum were selling for. And it had 3 or 4 main parts that were selling anywhere from $30 to $50. So I decided to pull the whole vacuum apart and piece out each piece that will make probably between $100 and $200 on this vacuum that we pulled out of the trash. So this is definitely one of those ways. And if it doesn't bother you, trust me, it feels a little weird sometimes to pull stuff out of the trash. But if it doesn't bother you, people throw away hundreds of thousands of dollars of merchandise all the time. There's stuff everywhere. So if that doesn't bother you, that's the first way we're talking about.
And some of the times, though, they even want people to come pick it up. I know people, they're like, they don't really want to take the time to go drop it off at Goodwill, and they don't really want to throw it away, but they just kind of want people to come to pick it up. So
that's it.
And even if you do feel weird, you've done this in the past too.
But knock on the door.
Knock on the door, and you can ask them, hey, can I take that? And then if they say, sure, of course, like, let me put that away a little bit so somebody else doesn't come get it while I go get my truck or whatever. So,
yeah, exactly. I've gotten a wheelchair out of the trash before that I thought it was way too expensive for somebody to be throwing it away.
Yeah.
And I went up and knocked on the door, and I asked them if they were getting rid of it, and they said yes. Something was wrong with it, so I asked them if I could push it up to the garage and come back with my truck and trailer and pick it up. And they had no problem with it. So definitely something that you can do. If you're worried about it, then go up to the door and knock and just ask somebody. A lot of people, nobody's going to want stuff to go to the landfill and fill up landfills when you can recycle it. That's all that we're doing in this sense is recycling stuff, catching it before it goes to the landfill. So, and I can't tell you how many items Melissa and I have found in the trash and just sold them. And we don't go out and out of our normal routine. We don't go out looking for stuff. We just see them on the normal road that we walk from our house to our downtown area.
And it's not like any fancy neighborhood. It's not like, it's just a normal like neighborhood that we walk through. So somebody asked, what if you can't tell if something works?
That's great, but that's the same situation that I was in. I had no idea if this Dyson vacuum worked. I picked it up. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't work when you get home or it's broken, you can throw it back away and you didn't waste, all you wasted was your time bringing it to the house. But in this sense, I know Dysons are very, very popular and expensive vacuums. So I'm going to part it out. So I checked to see what the parts were selling on eBay. And that's where I looked to see what I could get for them. And I knew that I could sell them on eBay. Plus, they're smaller than shipping the whole vacuum. So that's what I decided to do. Now, you can do the same thing. If there's one piece broken on it, but other parts are still good, you can part it out and make some money.
Sell it as is, and somebody knows they have to replace that
Exactly.
one part.
Somebody else can fix it or whatever you want to do. So you have lots of different options. So, yes, it doesn't always have to work for you to get it. Some stuff will work. There will be nothing wrong with it. But some stuff will be broken. And like I said, part it out if you want to. Order the piece and fix it. If it's worth the money to, put a $20 piece in that you're going to make a couple $100 on it, then yeah, I would suggest you doing something like that. So each individual situation is different, but you just have to weigh it out when you come to that situation.
And so you didn't even know how to take the thing apart, really.
No,
so
YouTube.
Your secret is YouTube.
That's
it. You look at, okay, so how do I take a Dyson, whatever, C25 apart?
DC25,
DC25 apart.
And you can find a YouTube video on doing it. So that's what I did. And I mean, I could just start taking screws apart. Just like anybody. It's not that big of a deal, but I try to do it in some type of system. And I found a guy who did it on a video, and I just followed the way that he did it. So I got all the pieces apart and cleaned them up and got them ready to take pictures so we could sell them. So anything, like I said, YouTube is a great resource to be able to use. That's a huge tool that's an asset in any flipper's library. So you definitely want to take advantage of that.
What if you have no way to test the item? So like for this one, we just plugged it in. Like you can tell if it works, if it plugged it in. And if you can't test it, you can just say it's not tested. Like when we sell items like that a lot on eBay that are not tested, or like they're 3-phase, or what is that, the right one?
Yeah, 3-phase
or whatever kind of electric that you don't have.
Don't worry about it. If you can't test it, but it looks like it's in good condition, you can sell it that way. You just have to be upfront with your buyers. You have to tell them, hey, I have no way of testing this. I'm incapable of testing it. Like if it's a 3-phase power, most houses don't have 3-phase. They have 110 and 220 that you can test stuff. Anything over top of that, because we deal with commercial stuff. And when I can't test it, I can't test it. I sell it as is. In the condition, for a lot of the stuff that I buy that way, I buy it. So it's stuff that I have bought from somebody else. They'll tell me everything that they know about it, and I pass it on to whoever I'm selling it to. Hey, this is all I know about it. I can't guarantee that it works. All I can guarantee is the condition that it's in that you see in the pictures. That's all that I can do. So, and then you're giving them a huge discount from what it would cost them new to get it, but you're still getting some money for it. So
yeah, and one thing to add to that too is if you can't test it, like obviously if you're by the side of the road, you can't test it right there. Like you don't know if it works, but you get it home, it doesn't work. You don't think it's worth anything. You just put it back in your trash.
Exactly.
So you don't have it, like you're out a couple minutes of picking it up. So you haven't invested anything in it. So we've done that before. Like we've got something like, is it going to be really worth to list? Probably not. It's not working. Okay, let's just throw it back in the trash or whatever. So, and we've done that before. But yeah, you're not really out anything.
No.
So, yeah, just take it home. If you could test it, test it.
Throw it away. If it's a waste of time and you don't want to mess with it, throw it away. But like I said, a lot of stuff you can get parts off. Parts sell really well. And we didn't really talk about eBay. You guys know that's where we make 80 to 90% of our sales are on eBay. So that's what we always use to be able to check stuff and figure out what stuff's worth. Is through eBay. So if you're not selling on eBay yet, that's okay. You don't have to. There'll still be people buying parts or stuff as is, so they can take parts off of it. You can still list stuff like that. And if you list it for a week or 2 weeks and you don't want to store it, throw it in the trash. That's where it came from. So throw it back in the trash and you'll be 100% all right doing that as well. But who knows? What if you make $50 on something you pull out of the trash? What if you make $100 on it? That's I'll take those odds anytime because I don't have to go out money to do it. So that's a great thing to.
One more question about that before we move on to the next one is if you're listing something as not tested, of what % price decrease can you expect from like half retail? What do you expect to get from it? It's gonna vary.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna vary. But you just want to be like, you're not gonna get half of retail. We try and price our stuff half of retail when it's working and working condition. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit less than that. But if you're getting it from the trash and you got nothing into it, you definitely want to, if you're selling it on eBay, you want your shipping to be covered. So you want to make sure that you have your shipping covered. And then whatever you make on top of that, maybe even start up, 30% of whatever retail is, and then you accept offers, if you're selling it through eBay. So it all depends on what platform you're selling it on. But just experiment. You'll know if you put it on Facebook Marketplace and nobody looks at it and nobody's doing anything with it. That might not be the right place to put it, or your price is too high. So it's all individual situations that you have to deal with.
All right. So the second way to find free items is the free section of a whole bunch of apps. Like OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace,
Craigslist.
Those are some of your favorites.
Definitely.
Right?
So this is the other thing that you can do for all of those places, all of these different reselling apps, and there's tons of them out there, guys. There's many resale apps. Type into the search bar free, and then watch what comes up. A lot of people will throw them on instead of throwing them out for trash. They'll want to recycle them and somebody to take them. You'll find in those apps people are doing that, and the hard part is when they're in an app, they go quick. So you have to be one of the first ones to respond back. So yeah, if you do find it in an app, you got to be pretty much on it, and then you got to go pick it up. We found a soft serve ice cream machine.
Oh, yeah.
This was probably a year ago, and I haven't sold it yet. It's a big machine, and it's worth a lot of money. Somebody posted it on an OfferUp. It was a $20,000 ice cream machine. The lady bought it for her ice cream shop, and then she said it was going to cost too much money because it was 3-phase to hook it up to her shop. They didn't have 3-phase in there, so she just put it on OfferUp for whoever came and got it. They could have it for free because it was heavy. So I was the first one to respond back to her. I went and grabbed it. I got it, and I had it listed for $10,000. Now, I didn't pay a penny for this thing, and she told me it worked because she bought it from somebody who said it worked, but I had no way of testing it. Exactly. So I can't guarantee that it works, but I told people exactly what she told me about it. And we have an item that's listed for $10,000 that we didn't pay a penny for. It came from an app that somebody just wanted to get rid of it, and that's why she did it. And there was no parts or anything taken apart on it. It was just like a used piece of equipment. So those are the kind of items and things that are out there. When you're quick to respond and when you're looking for those items, you will be able to find them, and you can find some crazy deals. Now, this one's an extreme,
that's a big one.
but there's still all the time people are moving and they can't take stuff with them. They'll snap a quick picture and say this is free, or they'll do a curb alert. Say free items on the side of the road. When they do that, you just see them in the picture. I mean, you type it in the search bar and it will pop up as free items in that whatever the app that you're in.
Can you save that? Free?
You probably can for saved searches. Yeah. So you can save the word free in your saved searches, and then you'll get notified for everything in that app. When it comes up, somebody lists the word free into it, and you might have to cipher through some things. They might send you stuff of junk, but still you'll be the first one to see it. And then if you respond back, typically when those kind of listings go up, if you're the first one to respond, that's the one who the seller is going to strike up a dialogue with first. You're going to be the first one to do it, and then you will have the right of refusal. If you want it or you don't want it, you at least have your name in there, and you're communicating with the buyer or the seller first.
Kim said, I found a free post on Marketplace, everything left over from a garage sale. Found $100 worth of resale.
That's awesome. Items. That's exactly what we're talking about. So that is what you guys want to be out there looking for. Looking on those apps for the free
items. Throw it away. Like they don't want to throw it away, but at the same time, do they really want to go drive to Goodwill or wherever, a thrift store? So it's like, just somebody come take it. So, and that happens a lot. Moving sales are huge. Like people just want to get rid of stuff.
Yep. So estate sales are really big. On the last day of the estate sale, they have to get rid of that stuff one way or another. So if they're not dealing with a donation company, you can go there and you can get the free items. You can talk to whoever's in charge of the estate sale. They might just give it all to you to get rid of it. So
Natalie said, please tell us some of the free apps. So right now we're just talking about pretty much Facebook, OfferUp, and Craigslist all have free sections of the app. So if you go to the free section, and then you can find out what items are posted for free, but they do go fast. So you kind of have, you can look at them a couple times a day. Just glance at them.
They do have a free section, and they also, you can search in the search bar for free. Type in the word free and hit search. Anything that people list with the title free in it or in the description, it will come up and show you that way as well. So some people list stuff without titles. Some people list stuff in the wrong categories. So some of it you just have to cycle through and find it. But if you go into the free section and look there, and you type it into the search bar and look there, the stuff will pop up, and you'll be able to catch two birds with one stone.
Do you offer returns on something that's big as that much money? So like the ice cream thing you're talking about?
Absolutely not. No, I won't, because I don't think there's anything wrong with it, and that's a big item to ship. I'll do free shipping on that, which will cost me, $250 to ship it. I don't want to pay return shipping on it, so people have to understand the condition that I have it in, that I sell it in. That's just how we work. So yeah, no, I won't do returns on that.
Yeah, awesome. question on that. So the next one, number 3, way to find is actually another app. It's a website, but it's also an app. It's called freecycle.com. So I get emails from them once or twice a day of stuff that's been listed in my area. So freecycle, it is freecycle.com. Let me make sure it's not .org. It might be .org. Let me check my emails. But it is a great resource for
free stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, for free stuff. So the people post stuff all the time for free. And
I don't use this one that much, but
freecycle.org. Sorry. Okay.
Freecycle.org.
So people post stuff all the time in your area. So if you put your zip code in, then it'll send you stuff from all over your area. So, and I get emails from it all the time. So it's a good one to check out. I haven't actually bought stuff from there just because we're not really looking for stuff that much, but I do get the emails because I do like to reduce furniture every once in a while. So yeah, but it is a good resource. So has anybody ever used it? So I don't know, because it's not that popular, but I feel like it's pretty big. Like there's a lot of people that post stuff on there. But yeah, that's cool. That's the next one. And then the last one that we have, telling people what you do.
This is very, very important. And a lot of people, I mean, once you start selling on eBay or selling on local apps and you start reselling stuff, it's exciting. So you're telling your friends and your family, hey, I just sold this for this and I just made this kind of money. So when you're doing that, that's awesome. But when people do know what you're doing, people will come out of the woodworks giving you stuff. They'll be like, hey, I don't want to mess with this. Do you want this? Or if you even just ask them, hey, if you guys are ever getting rid of or going through the stuff in the house and you want to get rid of it, I'll come and pick it up. I'm trying to make a little extra money. I'm selling stuff, used stuff. So if you have anything or you ever go through anything that you just want to get rid of, I'm happy to come pick it up and try and get rid of it for you. So like I said, when people know that, people will come out of the woodworks to give you free stuff. So I can't tell you how many of Melissa used to be a personal trainer. How many of her clients would call us up because they knew what we did. And they're like, hey, we got this. Hey, somebody just moved out of this house. Do you want to come pick this up? And we've made thousands and thousands of dollars on items that were just given to us by people who know what we do, know that we resell stuff, and they still wanted us to make money. So they're giving us stuff before it went to the trash.
And we never really used to tell people a lot what we did, just because we thought it was kind of different. And our close friends knew, but like not a lot of people. And now, like a lot of people know, obviously, that what we do, and they're always telling us, okay, I have this. Do you want it? Like, da, da, da.
Yep.
And
we're the first people they call. So make sure you let people know around you that that's what you're doing, that you're trying to make a little extra money. You're selling stuff.
And you'll be surprised at how many people will come and have stuff for you, and they'll ask you first. And it's okay to decline too. Like if they have a whole bunch of stuff and you're like, I just can't. That's fine. But you might find some stuff. So some people have some good stuff. So
exactly.
We sold a lot from other people.
We have.
And sometimes we'll even, like if it's we've had like 2 or 3 expensive items. We had a bed set, we had a swing set, and then we gave them like a $25 or $50 gift card, like as a thank you. Like thanks for referring us or whatever. So
you always want to take care of those people.
Yeah, it was just nice, and they'll give you more stuff too. So but just to be nice, but you don't have to do that. But it's just something we've done in the past.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Any questions?
Not yet. So all right.
Cool. So those are 4 ways that you guys can find free items. These are ways that we have used. Like Melissa said about the app, I've never used the app,
I
but
get emails every day. And
it's a great resource to be able to use if that's what you need and that's what you want to do in the app. But telling friends, using the free searches on the apps, OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, doing all that stuff, typing in free into those search engines and looking in the free sections, and then finding stuff that people are throwing away. In your travels.
Just to piggyback on the last one with telling people, Kim said, I also do commission sales, works well with no investment. And for sure, that can be a great way, especially if you're building up, your not really your own inventory, but you're trying to get your reselling business going. It's a great way to get started.
For sure. So, you're not having to go out any money. You're selling it for people, and then you split the commission with them or split the profits with them, for sure. So I did that for a long time with quite a few people when I started out flipping. I would do that quite a bit, that I wouldn't have to go out money for inventory. And that's a great point to do that.
Yeah. So, all right. So now we have to have new places to list.
Sweet. So, and we've mentioned them before, but this week we're going to jump into it. We want you guys to cross post. We want you guys to use these other resources. And OfferUp is the first one. OfferUp is a great resource for us for buying, selling. People want to get a good deal on OfferUp. So if you are listing on OfferUp, we'll piggyback off of what we said last week. You want to list it for a little bit more than you want for it, because people are going to offer you less. That's the name of the app, is OfferUp. So they're always going to offer you less. They want to get a good deal. But OfferUp is a great resource. It reaches a lot of people. The other thing about these resources that we're giving you, certain towns and certain cities are better for some apps than they are for other apps. So if you're not getting a lot of views on OfferUp, or you're not getting a lot of views on Facebook Marketplace, or even Craigslist, that's the second one we're going to talk about tonight. But if you're not getting a lot of views on one of those or the other, then you might want to cross post it, put them in all three, or, you know, just try different ones and see which ones work the best in your area.
Yeah, because sometimes like different areas do have better areas for the certain app. Like we travel, we do road trips fairly often, and every time we stop, he has to go and see.
I'm checking the apps.
What's in the area? What can we buy on the road trip?
Yeah.
And some areas it's like their OfferUp is nothing and their Facebook Marketplace is busy, or vice versa. Their OfferUp is slammed and Facebook Marketplace has nothing. So some people gravitate towards one item. So
those are my three favorite apps to use for buying, and well, eBay is what we really use, like I said, for selling, because we make so much more money. It gets to a larger audience. But for buying, I use Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Craigslist. Those are the three apps that I use while we travel, while we're at the house. Those are my three favorite apps. So you can sell in all these apps. If you guys don't know how to post something in there, we're going to actually throw videos in tomorrow. Melissa will email out the video. So
how to list on OfferUp and on Craigslist.
Exactly. So we'll show you guys how to do that, the quickest way, the simplest way to do that. And like I said, these are ways that you guys, you're not going to make the most money on these. We definitely would recommend eBay being the way that you're going to make the most money and profits. But eBay's a little bit more complicated than these three apps.
You can get really simple.
Exactly. You can get on with some good pictures, post them in a couple minutes. You can have something going live. And that's what we want you to do. You don't have to worry about
shipping with local.
Exactly.
So.
That's what we want you to do. We want you to be able to post it, make a meeting place that you can meet with the buyer, and then you can, do the transaction and make your money. We want you to make money as quick as you can. Get into this whole gig of flipping. That's the biggest thing, the easiest way to do it, and that's what we're trying to give to you guys.
Renee posted a question, which is what I actually want to talk about right now too. How do you increase your views on Facebook Marketplace when you don't want to ship through them? Facebook Marketplace has definitely done an overhaul on their whole platform just recently in their algorithm, and they want you to pay to play, which is fine somewhat. Like we pay eBay, but we get a lot more exposure, and they're doing a lot different things. They want you to pay to boost a post. But if you're selling a $20 item, I don't want to pay $1 a day to, I'll pay if it sells like that. That's fine. So they still have a lot of kinks to work out. And this is really just recently. So your stuff's not getting shown as much. So I think right now your stuff will get seen more on OfferUp and Craigslist as people start to get annoyed with Facebook and go to OfferUp and Craigslist.
Well, the thing about what Facebook is doing is they're making you pay before the item sells. Right. eBay doesn't do that.
They make you pay after. I mean, you have a listing fees if you don't have a store, but they're like a quarter,
minimal,
or 12 cents or whatever. So,
and plus you're not paying them.
No, and you have no idea, like if it sells. So,
but that's where we don't know what's going to happen with Facebook. I still would not say. I mean, I'll still source on Facebook and still be looking for stuff on Facebook.
And I would still list on Facebook, and I'm experimenting with some boosted posts. And it might work for items a little bit more expensive. Like if you're selling something for $75 or $100, sure, I'll pay $1 a day for 3 days, and if it sells, it's worth it, of course. But it's not worth it for a $10 item. No. So to do that, so I'm experimenting with it to see if it actually does help or not. And I'll get back to this. Is a really recent thing, so we'll get back to you on that. But I think that OfferUp and Craigslist are going to start getting bigger because Facebook's not showing the items as much. So because people want just those yard sale type prices, and they don't go to eBay for them because they want those lower prices. So it's kind of like they're getting a little big for their britches.
Exactly. And Facebook has always been the local market. So you can buy stuff locally. They're trying to branch out and do the shipping. And we don't want to ship on Facebook either. That's what we use eBay for. And we have a lot more exposure with eBay. So it's going to be a very, very weird time with Facebook. But the good thing is there's new apps popping up every day, resale apps, and somebody might come over and take it over. eBay's way bigger than Facebook. So, and that's the app that we use for selling. But it's a little bit more complicated, but it's okay.
We're going to talk about it too.
Yeah.
The next week or
but that's okay. It's we're trying to get you the quickest way to make the money. And these are the apps that have exposure that you can actually make money quick and not have to deal with shipping, not have to deal with other stuff.
I was saying, I think that it might be worth getting back into some of those Facebook groups again. Like before, once Facebook Marketplace came out, the selling groups kind of were not really that popular and not really existent that much. Like they didn't help as much. Marketplace got to everybody. But now it might be worth it to try posting in more local reselling groups than just on Marketplace. So I'm in like 12 of them. So I post, and it'll connect them when you're listing on Marketplace. So it definitely helps to do that. So I think it might even help more now.
Yeah.
But we're still testing it out because this is, like we said, it's a really new thing. Because
within the last couple of weeks, they've changed stuff over. So, and we've noticed it too. So
yeah. All right.
Cool.
I don't trust Facebook. Put my payment in there. Yeah, we don't. I don't really do that either.
No.
I don't. That you can, like, your stuff will get shown if you're willing to ship it. We haven't shipped through eBay. Most of the stuff we list locally is because we don't want to ship it because it's worth it more just to sell locally.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and you can renew them. That's another thing. You can renew them through Facebook Marketplace every 7 days, I believe. Maybe 5 days, but 7 days.
Yep. And then the other platform, like we said, it's Craigslist. You definitely want to be using Craigslist. Craigslist is one of the oldest, the first to market on the reselling app. So I think they might be the first to market on the reselling app. They've been around for years, and people underestimate Craigslist because they didn't really update their platform.
Yeah, they didn't make it pictures.
No, and now it is.
Now they started to,
so it's very easy to post on Craigslist. Plus, when we travel in the smaller towns, they don't have that good of Facebook or OfferUp, but Craigslist they do because it's been around the longest. So definitely be posting in. If you're sourcing, definitely be posting and sourcing in Craigslist. So you can set up your search engines or whatever you're doing to have pictures. So you're just looking at pictures, kind of like what Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp do. So you can use different things now. They more updated their systems or their platform to make it more user friendly. So it's easier to post, it's easier to search on there. So you definitely want to be using that to be able to sell items as well.
Did we want to? Well, you want to go through questions now?
Sure.
Or
Yeah.
do you want to
you guys. Yeah. And that those are, like I said, those are what we wanted to get across to you tonight. Were the extra 2 platforms, OfferUp and Craigslist. So we want you guys to be posting on those as well, cross posting, which means you're going to post it on Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, and Craigslist. You want to do that, and then the 4 ways that we went over to find items.
So if you've run out of items in your house,
that's it.
Like you might not have, and that's okay. You can just keep going for items in your house. But you can also have these options to do for the free items. These 4 ways. So the homework for this week is to find another 3 to 5 items. Like we said, can be in your house or free items that you find. And list them on and cross post them, not just one. Try not to just use Facebook. Try to do all 3 or 2 or 3, but get them cross posted to see what apps are working better for your area. And cross posting is not that hard. There are some apps that do it, but not really, nothing that does it really well. So I would just keep your write out your description, copy and paste it into the next one. Like it's not that bad. Like if you have your pictures on your phone, it's pretty easy just to copy paste and do another listing in another platform. So if your apps are on your phone, so yeah, cross post those 3 to 5 items, and then say challenge done for this week. So that'll get you in the drawing next week.
That's it. That's the homework.
So
3 to 5 guys get 3 to 5 more. Like Melissa said, it's either from the house or you go out and find some free stuff in the trash, on the apps, using any of those apps, or telling people somebody's giving you free stuff. That's what we want you to do. 3 to 5 more items this week.
So you want to do the drawing before we get to the questions?
Let's do it.
And then we'll do some
While we're doing the drawings, guys, throw any questions that you guys have, throw them in there. We'll get to them in just a second. Answer them. We want to make sure everybody gets their questions answered.
Gift card, and we'll reach out to you, whoever it is, and find your address, and we'll send it to you.
All right. Pretty good response.
I know. There's a lot of people in there. Yeah.
There's quite a few. So
good. Our Disney popcorn. All right.
I'll let you read it.
Jennifer Lynn. I don't know if Jennifer's on, but we will reach out to you. So we will get you your eBay gift card.
Awesome.
I don't know if she's on or not.
$50.
Yeah.
And next week, like Melissa said, you got to do it. You got to list your 3 to 5 items.
3 to 5 items.
And then post it.
Just say, and something, it doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Just challenge completed and tag us at Flea Market Flipper. It can be, and I've checked Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. So that's what we're checking to see where the hash, because that's the easiest place to check hashtags.
Yeah.
So yeah. So, all right.
That's me. Jennifer's on here.
Awesome.
Sweet.
All right.
Cool.
So we'll reach out to you, Jennifer, after and get your address and get that sent to you. Do you know which app is good in the Atlanta area? So what's a good way to see if they're
I would go into the app, check OfferUp, and check Facebook Marketplace and Craigslist. But the easiest way to do it is if you go into OfferUp, start scrolling through a couple pages, and then click on something and see how long ago it was posted. If you do it on OfferUp and you scroll through for a couple minutes and you're scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and all of a sudden you hit it, and if it says it was posted yesterday, that's a pretty good app. You have a lot of activity in that app that you're going to have a lot of people posting stuff and you'll be able to get through a lot of stuff. So same if you're selling it, the same thing. When you post it on there, there's going to be a lot of people looking at that because there's a lot. It's got a lot of activity in that app.
But it's been like a month and you went scroll the same time, then you can tell like it's maybe not so active.
Exactly.
So.
Then that might not be the best app. Yeah, that might not be the best app for your area. Atlanta's pretty big. We've traveled through Atlanta. You should get some good activity through Facebook Marketplace and OfferUp. Craigslist is the oldest reselling app. So like I said, any of those, I would be, using all of those apps, to be honest with you, because they should be pretty active in the Atlanta area.
Yeah. What are your recommendations for trying to sell VCR tapes? We have a lot of the kids.
Personally, like I said, everything we sell is on eBay.
Yeah, that probably would be the best place, unless you're going to sell a big lot of them. But
even on eBay, you're going to get more money for them than anywhere else. So just because of, that's
it reaches so many more people.
That's why we do
collectors. Will look on eBay. So.
That's why we do eBay. Is you reach a lot more people and people looking for specifics. VHS tapes. That you'll make the most money on eBay.
So post in groups and not on the marketplace. You can post on both. So you can look up reselling groups in your area. And like I said, the last year or two, they've pretty much not. I haven't hardly used them, but I'm starting to use them again more because I think they are going to be more relevant. Because anybody who's in that group, say I'm in a reselling group that has 600 people, and those people all see that post. Versus Marketplace, now our views are getting like 10 views. So I mean, they only see the post if they go in there, or it gets on. They could go in their feed. So I would use both for sure.
Yeah.
I've been shipping on Facebook Marketplace. Only golf clubs have sold. It's been pretty profitable. Yeah, Lindy has been selling some good
that's awesome.
on there. That's awesome. You can also add the product. Oh yeah. If you make the post in Marketplace, you can add the product you're selling in other groups. Yep. I add comments to boost my listings. Yeah, that's a good idea. Add comments to boost your listings. In group, you can do that in groups. And I'm not sure if you can comment on your own in Marketplace. Maybe you can. Then it boosts it in the algorithm, which is great.
What else you got?
I'm looking. I know you guys specialize in large items, specifically freight shipping, but have you ever dabbled in clothes reselling?
If you're using high-end, if you're selling high-end clothes, if I were doing it, that's how I would do it. But yeah, typically we don't do the smaller items just because, this Dyson vacuum we're doing because of the challenge. We want to do the same thing you guys are doing. But no, typically for us, our flea market flipper is, our model is to be able to sell as least many items as we can, working as least as we can to spend more time with our family and make higher profits. So, but I'm not going to turn you away from clothes. No, definitely do it. Yeah, where you're at right now.
If you like them too, like
exactly.
If you enjoy
that's
fashion
one of the,
and stuff. So
that's one of the first things we teach people in Flipper University is if you're liking whether you're a carpenter, whether you're a stylist, a hairstylist, or a salon stylist, whatever you are. And you enjoy that, that's probably where you want to lean to on your flipping. So if you do enjoy style and clothing and stuff like that, then yeah, clothing might be where you need to be right now, is because that's what you will enjoy, and you'll start to find some great items, and then you'll be able to flip them and make some good money.
When you say to use Craigslist, is that the Facebook local Craigslist group, or is there something else? Some people, like we do have actually a local group that it says like Craigslist, only better or whatever, and people might say like Craigslist, but it's not the same thing. No. So that's just a group.
Craigslist is an actual app. It's just like OfferUp. You have to go into the App Store or the Google Play Store and download the app on your phone, or if you're on the computer, just Craigslist.com, I think it is. You'll jump into it and it'll give you the same stuff you can search on your computer either. But no, it's its own. Craigslist has been around the longest. That's what I knew even back when I was in high school. I think that's when Craigslist came out. So yeah, they've been out by far the longest.
Elizabeth said she sold almost 50 dresses and a dozen bins this week. My first big goal of $11,000 in sales. Awesome.
Nice work.
Awesome job. Sorry if I missed somebody. I'm trying to scroll through on here too. I did read something. Oh, for the challenge, do we use the hashtag Flip It for Christmas? I couldn't tag this group. Yeah, we don't actually have a Facebook group, so you can tag us. Like if you're on Facebook, just tag our page name, Flea Market Flipper. We're at Flea Market Flipper on all of the social media, so you can find us there and just tag us in it, and then we can see it. We're searching for the hashtag as well, but then if you tag us, then we can see it quicker too. Have you sold some clubs on eBay? I think that might be in response to Lindy's. So I think We're caught up.
Sweet.
I missed some. I'm sorry. We try to read through all these.
Well, good. Yeah, if we missed something.
There was one question about Mercari. Do we sell on Mercari? We don't sell a ton on Mercari. I have some stuff listed. I don't love their shipping, but we also do a little bit bigger items too. I don't like that I can't change the shipping after. Like I can't change the dimensions. So you have to have everything done, which is fine. It's a way to.
And that's what we teach. But for beginners, we kind of know. I know what.
I know what we can ship it for across the country, pretty much. So I just kind of do like a flat rate on most of my listings. So I don't love their shipping, but it is a good platform to use. So So
we don't do that much on Mercari to answer your question, but it's a good platform. I think Mercari's a lot more closed too, isn't it? Or is that?
No, that's Poshmark. But Mercari has just a lot of stuff. Like you can pretty much do whatever. Their shipping is just a little weird, and they don't it's just a little bit different, but it's probably just because we're used to eBay so much, but we do, it's a good one. So, the hashtag goes in the Facebook Marketplace post. No, that was actually another thing I was going to say too, is I did see that when I searched the hashtag that some people put it in their posts. You don't have to put it in your post. So just at one time, like you only have to do it one time in the week. Just say, finish the challenge, flip it for Christmas, and use the hashtag. So, or just, finish the challenge for this week. So if you did the homework, so you don't have to put it in your post, like your listings, you don't have to put it in your listings anywhere. Just let us know somewhere on social media that you did it. So it just kind of lets people know, other people want to join the challenge too. So it lets people know about that too.
Yep.
So, but not in the post. All right. I think we're caught up.
Cool. Well, good. Well, if you have any more questions, guys, post them. Or if we missed them, post them in there. We'll try and answer them real quick before we get off. We're
going to send that video for OfferUp. Listing on OfferUp, listing on Craigslist tomorrow, and the replay will be sent out tomorrow for anybody who missed it. And get the 3 to 5 items listed. So who is going to get them cross-posted this week?
That's it. And don't forget, guys, that is you just have to think. Yeah, if you're getting it posted on Facebook Marketplace and then you get it posted on OfferUp and Craigslist, that's 3 times the amount of people that are seeing that item or have the opportunity to see that item. That's where you'll be able to sell it quicker. Is when you get it out to more people. That's why we use eBay, is because eBay reads it. I mean, the registered users on eBay, last time I looked, it was like 182 million registered users. Your local markets, Facebook Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, all those might be limited to having, 20 to 40, maybe even 60,000 users in that area. That's what you're limited to with those people. So that's why if you get them on 3 of those, you have a lot better chance of somebody who strictly looks on Craigslist for items. They're going to be able to see you, or strictly looks on OfferUp for items. They're going to be able to see you. So you definitely are just broadening your horizon for being able to sell that item. So if you can cross post it, that's what we want you guys to do.
Can you briefly discuss the question, what are you going to do with this free item? Like if you get it from somebody and they ask you, because I think that's what she means. Like if somebody, they're saying, okay, what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do with this? And
I'm trying to make a little extra money for the holidays. Yeah. I mean, whatever you want to tell them, you can tell them, but I mean, just honesty. I'm just trying to make a little bit extra money. And I'm trying to, find any free items that I can, invest in items, whatever it is. I mean, for most people, when we tell people what we do, that we buy and sell items, there's people that don't really, some people will come out and say, hey, do you want to buy this? Or, they'll try and all you have to say is, I really don't have the money to do that right now. If you don't have the money to buy it, if it's not a good deal or whatever it is. But a lot of times you just tell people, hey, I'm just looking for free items that I can sell and make some extra Christmas money. I mean, that's the easiest thing to do. If you have any items,
not give it to you, that's fine. Like that's up to them. If they want to go, because the thing is, everybody has the same opportunity.
They do. They make money.
Go sell it. They can sell it listed on eBay or any other platform. Like they can do the same thing, but they're choosing not to. They just want to get rid of it. Yeah. So if what you do with it, if you sell it to make money for your family, like that is okay. It's nothing to feel bad about. But if you just tell them what you're doing. So and we've done that. You say you buy and sell. People who buy from us do say, well, what do you do? We're like, I buy and resell stuff. Yeah. Like, I find weird stuff and sell it.
Even my vendors that I buy from at the flea market, they know I'm buying stuff from them to go and resell. Yeah. So they know that. They know I'm making money.
Hide it more. Well, you used to just not be more.
I just didn't say anything about it.
Yeah, but now they know that you sell on eBay, and they're like, hey, look, it's selling on eBay for this.
That's
like,
right.
Yeah. Nope, sorry, we're not paying that. But yeah, they know, and they still sell to them all the time. So
that's it.
I wouldn't.
You'll be surprised that most people are not going to care what you're doing with it. Most people, if they have the opportunity to do what they want to do with it. You don't. Yeah, like I said, most people are not going to care about it. They're just going to want to get rid of it, and that's why they're giving it to you.
Yeah, and if they want it, like they want to go to somewhere specific, they'll donate it to that charity or whatever. Like they can do that. They have that opportunity, or if they can say this needs to go to somebody who needs this or whatever.
Yeah.
But you know, that's more like work for them. So you're actually going to get it to somebody probably who needs it more.
Yep.
So, all right.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Any more questions?
No, I think we're caught up.
Cool.
So we'll get those sent out to you.
All right, guys, let's wrap it up. You guys, this is week 2. Get the homework done. Get into gear. Let's get some money made this week. Super stoked for all you guys who made some money last week. Like I said, any questions, post them in the group. We're here to help throughout the week. And then, yeah, we'll see you guys back again next Monday.
Congrats to Jennifer.
Jennifer! And yeah, Melissa will have to get in contact with you so we can get that gift card mailed out to you.
Yeah.
So $50 on eBay. If you guys want a chance for this coming week, do the homework. Get some stuff cross-posted. Get 3 to 5 more items cross-posted.
Yep. And then we'll dive in more next week.
That's it. And I cannot wait to see what you guys do this week. I can't wait to see all the sales that come in. Yeah, keep us posted. Like I said, share it. We'd love to see that stuff.
And let us know which platforms are working best for you.
Exactly. Exactly.
So that'll be good to find out too in different areas. So
cool.
All right, guys. Thank you.
You guys rock. Have a great night, a great week, and we'll talk to you next week.
Yep. We'll see you soon.
See ya.
Bye.